Big up, everybody. It's your girl, Sophie Soph, back here on Sofia's Football Talk to do a sweet, quick reaction um, from the very, oh my God, interesting game between Athletic Bilbao versus Man United, which ended in not one, not two, but 3-0 away from home at where the final will be, obviously at that ground. And we just won. I predicted yesterday it was going to be a draw. I said, I'll take a draw right before the game started. I said, I'll take a draw. Respectfully, I will. I have no issue with taking a draw. But first and foremost, we got to talk. Because we start off very bad. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. The first 15, 20 minutes were rough. I did not expect us to be able to get through that scotch-free. I didn't. I thought, okay, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a little bit of a peak. So we'll dive into all of that. People, first and foremost, again, like this video here on your way in. The more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for new people to see and new people to react to. And as well, subscribe if you haven't already. On the road to 10K subscribers. So let's make it happen by the end of this year. Big up to Clee says United are still unbeaten. Big up people. Yes, we're the only team in Europe that are still unbeaten. Remarkable achievement. Amazing. And yeah, I still don't understand. Okay. Also, consider becoming a member. Link in description box. Yada, yada, yada. We had the likes of Onana, of course, starting, Yoro, Maguire, Lindelöf, and I was thinking Lindelöf, I didn't want him to start. I was saying maybe it'll be shot. Didn't even want him to start. The problem is we didn't really have that many options. Either way, we didn't. Dorgo, left wing back. Mazraoui, right wing back, as Dallo, of course, is injured. Casemiro, Ugarte in the pivot. Bruno, Garnacho in the 10s, while Hojlund up front. And we started off rough. In the first 5th minute, we did have a big chance, though technically we did score, but it was an offside goal from Garnacho. And hey, Bilbao had some opportunities. Don't get that twisted. Bilbao had in the 8th minute from Inaki Williams a great header, which he should have scored. He skied it. Onana was nowhere near that. He beat the header with 3 Man United players just standing there, not even jumping. And he got a clean header to it. But unfortunately for them, just missed the goal. So they had opportunities, of course, and they were pressing us. That midfield of ours was heavily exposed. Very exposed, 100%. It wasn't looking too good. Ugarte was annoying the crap out of me. I was saying we need to get him off by halftime. Literally, I was saying this. And then Casemiro, I felt like also was struggling. Dorgo was poor. Garnacho was creating a lot, but, not fully on it here and there. Either way, in the 30th minute, we score. Casemiro goal. Ugarte header. Assist. Got an assist. What was more remarkable, though, to be fair, was more so, and it was a wonderful team goal, by the way. I loved it. I'm talking about what Maguire did ahead of that. Maguire decided to put a man to the left, to the right. He put a man on his bum. I was like, is this Maguire or is this Lamine Yamal? Because Lamine Yamal was doing that to DeMarco yesterday for Inter. And I'm a big fan of DeMarco, but DeMarco was struggling yesterday. Maguire that dribbling was c'est magnifique. And that cross to Ugarte then to Casemiro, boom, 1-0. You're thinking, whoa. 5 minutes later, we get a penalty, plus ended up getting a Bilbao guy sent off because he pulled the shirt, he literally pulled Hojlund back. I was a bit shocked that it was a red card, I'm not going to lie. But Hojlund would have, it was a tap-in. He would have probably scored that. Even with Hojlund's track record, unfortunately, this season, I do think he would have probably scored that. He definitely was denied a goal-scoring opportunity. 100% a penalty, for sure. I do feel like that red card was maybe still, in my opinion, a bit harsh. But am I going to sit here and complain? Hell no. So we got the penalty. Bruno scores, as Bruno does. Ice cold finish. You're thinking, damn, okay. So it's 2-0 Man United. And then in the 45th minute, so not long until halftime, we make it 3-0. Bruno with the wonderful, alone with the goalkeeper, got himself a brace. Ugarte, brace of assist. Game over, you're thinking. At that point, I was saying, I hope we can get a couple of more goals. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get more goals, but there were chances, for sure. Also, in second half, we should have gotten a penalty. I think Garnacho should have gotten another penalty. He got kicked at the back, but it is what it is. What are we going to do? Big up to Mr. Joshi J for being a member for 2 months. Big up to you. Hope you're doing well. Big up. Membership link is in the description box and pinned in the chat for the rest of y'all who consider becoming a member. Big up Ukma says, we were not good, Sofia. I hate to say it, but that red card helped us again with the man down. We could not lay a glove on them. Broski, the game is the game. And I don't know if you catch the opening statement of what I was saying. I was saying the first 20, 25 minutes, we were shite. We were hella poor. We were not good one bit. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat that by any means necessary. I'm not doing that. But that, we scored a goal and then we were able to get ourselves a penalty. Okay, a man sent off. We took advantage. We scored a third goal. Am I going to sit here and not be happy about that? No. I am going to be happy 100%. I'm saying we took advantage and I'm happy. We now can go into Old Trafford a bit more calm and be like, you know what? It'll be very difficult for them to turn it around. I wish we could have scored one more goal to completely kill it, but I still fancy us. Now, at this point, I'm saying, if you bottle this at this point, then I'm going to say, Amorim, you got to go. If we, some way, somehow, do not go to the final back to Bilbao's ground in a few weeks from now, then I'm saying Amorim got to go. Right now, that's not the focus. I'm focusing on we won 3-0 away to Bilbao. We scored 3-0, 3 goals to a team that hardly concedes many goals. They don't. They have the best defense in La Liga. Especially at home, they are a force to be reckoned with. Yes, they were missing, the top goal scorer in Sunset with, I believe, a thigh injury, I think it was. Either way, but they got Nico Williams back. And to be fair, didn't really have a sniff like that. But also, that red card did kill the game, 100%. For the neutral, it's probably like, For me, though, I'm saying hallelujah. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying thank you. Respectfully, thank you. That's all. I'm not going to sit here, and not be mad. Man the match for me as well is Casemiro. Our only player in the second who tried to kill the tie. 3-0 is not a safe score. It definitely isn't fully a safe score. No. We still do need to remember that we also need to make sure that they don't win. Okay? We don't have to win. We can get a draw and we still go through. That's the nice part. And we can still be unbeaten. Still unbeaten, by the way. Madness. Big Up Ed says, this team are actually gonna haram their way to UCL football and not even get 40 points. If I'm Newcastle, Villa, Chelsea, Forest, Apisic, that is such a good point. This is so like us. I feel like, and with Spurs, because I was also watching the Spurs Glimt game, and as things stand, they probably will be going through. But then again, it's 3-1. You never know. You never know. The thing, though, is I feel like it's almost written that the two, big six teams in Man United and Spurs, who have been horrible this season, respectfully, in Premier League, it's such a Hollywood script that it can be us two in the final. It's so well written. So I almost feel like that's the case right now. But yeah, madness. Upman says, I'll give Hojlund some credit today. His inability to anticipate early where the ball will be put into got us a pen and a sending off. Yeah. Hold up play was a bit better. Big Up Llewellyn says it's all about results, and though we play bad, I'll take that win all day. Come on, United, Big Up Sof and everyone in the free seats. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. I'm taking the result and running away with it. I'm not going to sit here and cry and be like, oh my God, it wasn't too good. Guys, we won 3-0 away to Athletic Bilbao, who's a good side, who sits fourth in La Liga. Okay? They're going to get UCL football either way, as things stands. So, come on. I think that's a magnificent result. Yes, we got a little bit of help with red card, but you got to take advantage of what's been given to you. There's no guarantee just because you're playing with 10 men that, you should, but there's been teams that can lose against a 10v11. That definitely can happen. Man, the match, I agree. Miro, big Miro. Big up Eddie. Make sure you do subscribe to Eddie's channel. Show him some love. And big up to everybody that's here. 13 likes, I believe, so far. Guys, come on, we got over 20 people watching. I think we get a lot more likes than that. Let's make sure we get more likes, because the more likes we get, the more we're able to really push the video out there for new people to see and new people to react to, Says, dropping my customary like. Bilbao were horrible, but United did well to capitalize, though. I don't think Bilbao was horrible. We weren't good at the first beginning, but they were giving away a lot of unnecessary fouls as well, by the way. Upma says, keep watching that Maguire isolation over and over, so calm. That I can just watch that for eternity. That, because initially when I saw it, I was like, that's not Maguire. I thought it was Bruno that did that. And then when they scored the goal and they showed the replay close up, I was like, wait, that's Maguire? I was shocked. Possibly shocked, of course. The red card helped, but given our issues being clinical, this easily could have been a 0-0. That is a good point. Just because, we had, of course, the red card and stuff like that, doesn't mean we will be clinical. We were a lot more clinical today. I still do feel like we probably, let's be honest, we should have gotten another penalty, and we should have probably scored a couple of more. Bruno should have had a hat-trick today, 100%. But I'm saying, Bruno, you play well today. Hands up. Ugarte, you redeemed yourself. Casemiro, you turned things around. You've been brilliant. Last game, I felt like overall he wasn't good. This game started off shaky, but he turned around and there's these passes that he does cross that is just. I still feel like Casemiro can be an asset in a lot of teams. Big up Rasmus, hope you're doing well. Should have been 4-5, definitely. This is what I'm saying. Bilbao only lost 5 games this season, 6 this season. This too is the first time we won at Bilbao in 2 attempts. Under Fergie, about 12 years ago, or more than that. No, it was 2012, so 13 years ago, we lost under Fergie to Bilbao Okay, there's still a player that plays for Bilbao today that also played in that game. Johnny Evans also played in that game, but obviously didn't play it today. But yeah, also another positive thing that happened today is the fact that we did get to see Ahmad back. So Ahmad got a couple of minutes. He did a little nice 1v1 with Saan. And I was like, finally we get to see Ahmad ball. Initially, I was saying I don't want to see Ahmad back, not even in the next game. But to be fair, now that we were 3-0 up and he came in like around the 85th, 86th minute, I was like, you know what? I don't have a problem with him coming back, getting a few minutes. I don't see, the issue with it. Like I don't. I only think that's a good thing, to be fair. So yeah. But I'm just happy. I really am happy. Let's see some quotes before we slowly wrap up because it's quite late here in Norway and I need to make sure that I get ready for tomorrow's back to work. But let's just say I'm excited going back to work tomorrow so I can be like stunting on them kids, wearing my Man United kit proudly and being like, you know what? We might win a trophy this season. We might scumbag ourselves to win a trophy. Should definitely be a United Spurs final. That would be interesting. The thing is, they have our number, but usually third time is a charm. For us, that hasn't been the case. Maybe fourth time is the charm. I'm letting you know, if we end up giving Spurs a European trophy, their first Europa League, we do that. I'm gonna hide. You won't see me then until like a few months. I'll hide then. There's no way. I will then hide. I will. We are pretty much in the final. I still am like, Kalama, but I hear you. Not gonna lie, I was mad at Amorim for not killing the tie. What was the point of second half with one man advantage? No, I think we still were trying. We were still trying though. I'm not gonna put that fully on him. But I also was thinking it's smarter for us to not concede than to be like scoring more goals and then suddenly as well conceding. I wanted to score more goals 100%, but I'm also very happy that we didn't concede more. Bielsa Bilbao were on smoke back then. Whatever this self-sabotaging Bilbao was must be worse. Should definitely, wait, I did read that. And by the way, Ruben should never allow Garnacho to the left side, as if he becomes delusional in that side, he thinks he's CR7 becomes selfish, wasteful. He does. Thought you were about to say he will stop supporting United if they lose to Spurs. No. I would never do that. I don't want to be negative against Soph, but what was that? Mount cameo. That guy came in within 10 minutes of him coming in. He got himself sent off. He's trash. He is horrible. What does he bring? Nada. He brings nothing. Let me read some quotes before we end the stream. Let's see here. And keep getting the likes up, by the way, people. Let's see here. Bruno, by the way, showed up. Y'all know me. I've been a Bruno love-hate relationship with Bruno, but he showed up. Maguire, quote from him says, "It was nice to do a bit of dribbling out there and put in the great cross. It was a great header from Casemiro." That dribbling? Once I'm done with the stream, I'm watching it again. I will. Harry Maguire watched Lamine last night and saw the opportunity to try. Wallahi, I think he did. Wallahi, I think he probably was like, you know what? Let me channel my inner Lamine Yamal. Let me do a little bit of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ruben, quote, says, "We struggled a lot in the beginning, and with a little bit of luck, we stayed in the game. And any game can change. This is not done with capital letters. We need to be prepared." I agree. He also says, "Oh, Maguire, he's a good winger." That's funny. He adds, "We need to be really careful with our players against Brentford." Yes, I don't want anybody to get injured. None of that. By the way, there's some Bruno stats here in the Europa League knockout stages so far. Sociedad, he got an assist. He got a hat-trick against Sociedad at home. Lyon, he got an assist. Lyon at home, he got a goal. And then Athletic Bilbao away, he got a goal. So, wow. I believe he has 30. How much was it? I believe Fabrizio Romano tweeted that he has was it 37 GA? Yeah, 37 GA this season in all comps. That is in a pretty bad season that we're having. I'll say that's pretty remarkable. Yeah, that's about that with the quotes. Once again, we're gonna wrap it up, but thank you all so much for being here for the stream. Big up to the old ones that's been here. However long you've been here for, big up to y'all. Good night, Eddie. Let me read some comments. Upan says Bruno since January has been class, leadership, and game management. Issues still there, but no one deserves the trophy more than him. That is a good point. Even I can admit that he has more goals against Spanish teams than Nico Williams this entire season. Wow. It also says it's crazy that Bruno didn't score a single goal under Erik ten Hag. What? Luana says Bruno is the only player I'll trust to take a penalty if my life depended on it. And the Kalma, wow, cool as ice, my captain. The fact that, yeah, I did Kalma. Yeah, to be fair, when it comes to even though I was doing this, when it comes to penalties, Bruno is the guy. Manny, big up to you, says congratulations with that valuable victory. McGuire looks like an old version of Lamine Yamal with that dribble. My mouth is wide open with surprise after watching that from him. I know. Oh, was it just in the EPL? Says Rasmus this season. I think he started scoring on the route. I think. Oh, you're talking about this season? No. Surely I scored a goal on the ten Hag this season. I don't know. Either way, next game will be the Brentford game on Sunday. We will do a preview for that this Saturday. So tomorrow I'm not going to do a live. Tomorrow I'm just going to be filming and posting an FPL video for you guys a few hours before, obviously, the City Wolves game starts. Ooh, okay, tummy. Okay. You're going to eat. Calm down. Sorry if you guys heard that. My tummy was doing a little bit of a madness. But yeah, video tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Stream preview for Brentford United on Saturday, and then a reaction for that game as well on Sunday. So yeah, thank you all so much for being a part of the stream. Like this on your way out. Subscribe if you're new. And we're getting some more and more subscribers lately, and that's nice to see. But let's continue to get more. Big up once again to Mr. Joshua J for sending in a message here, as he's one of our members. Big up to you. If you want to become a member, link is in the description box, and there you have it. See you guys soon. Glory, Man United, and Forza Inter. Bye-bye.